Hey there, welcome back to my sewing room for this edition of Friday Sews. Let's see what I've been doing this week. Well, I'm really excited about sharing some things that I'm doing in my sewing room, as well as giving you a little update. First, let's start with the update. Last week I showed you this top that I made for my mother, and I went and delivered it to her in her long-term care facility, and she really loved it. In fact, the biggest compliment that she gave was, "Where did you purchase this?" And I said, "Well, I didn't purchase it. I made it for you. This was an old pattern that you had, as well as some material that you had." And she said, "Well, I thought I recognized that material, but I wasn't sure." But she gave me a huge compliment. And then she said, "It's kind of funny. Growing up, I made all of your clothes, and now you're beginning to make some things for me, kind of going full circle." So that was a huge compliment to me. But I wanted to kind of share what my future plans are. Kind of this week has been a week of organizing, getting my thoughts ready. And so I've pulled some things that I'm planning to do and wanted to bring you along in that process. So in an earlier video, I showed that I kind of put all of my ideas of what I want to make in a bag like this. It kind of makes it easily accessible, and I know exactly where it is. I can find it easily, especially if I'm in the middle of several projects. So that has been helpful to me as an organizational tool. And then I put the projects in these little bags that I found at the Container Store. So in an earlier video, I shared that I was going to be making pillowcases for my two nephews out of these fabrics. I had found them online. I will put that information down below in case you have not seen that video. But this week, I looked through all of my fabric storage. I'm not going to say hoarding because it's not hoarding if you're sewing. And I couldn't find things that really matched this well. I had a lot of reds, but they were just slightly off, and it really was glaring how much of a difference the reds were. And then I didn't have anything that was kind of a boy type of fabric that would go well with this. So I like to support my local quilt shops or fabric stores. And so I went in there and found some things to go with each of the pillowcases. So let me kind of show you what I've chosen. So for this right here, I'm going to do the pillowcase here. The inner cuff with this grayish, I call it a grunge look. And then the outer cuff will be this here. So I think that will kind of be good for a senior in high school look. And so I think he'll really like that as well. I'm really debating, is this really my last pillowcase that I'm making for him? I'm not sure if he'll really want those when he goes off to college. We'll see. We'll see. And so for this fabric, what I've done is I picked out this orange here, because you see there's orange words here. And then I've chosen this fabric here to go with that. It has the black in it, but also has some of the blues. And I think that will go well for my younger nephew, who's a sophomore in high school. I really liked this fabric. It looks like it's denim, but it isn't. She told me that it was a several dye process kind of fabric that they had in their store. And it's really a good heavyweight, not real heavyweight, hard to describe. I'm trying to find the words, but I can't, obviously. So, but I think he'll really love that too. Then I went online and I purchased some other fabric. I found some fabric finally for my youngest niece who is into cheer that I haven't found before. And it is this fabric here. And I found it off of Etsy, and I will list their store information. It's Fields Fabrics. And they had some very unique novelty prints like pickleball, and I haven't seen that before. None of my nephews or nieces are into that, but it had some really unusual, I thought were really cute. But this came really well. It is a good quality fabric. Now, I don't choose the coordinating fabrics online because sometimes, you know, the computer can distort colors on this. So I'm going to look through my stash to see what I have first that might be a good match. And if I can't find that, then I will go back and go to my local quilt store. So I'm really thankful that I've got 3 of the 4 kind of starting. And my next first project is to start working on these. Really easy to do on the serger in a burrito style, super easy. Then I have made this pattern before, the Church Ladies Apron pattern. And I wanted to make another one and do a kind of a sew along because some of you have requested that. And so I'm kind of looking through my fabric that I have so far. And this fabric I thought was kind of fun. It's something my mother had in her stash. It's kind of a garden theme, which, you know, I'm gardening, so that would be kind of fun to do. So I thought one side could be this. And then I picked out something for the back, but I'm not sure on this one. So I'm still thinking through if this is what I want for the reversible side or not. What do you think? Yes, no? I would love for you to comment below and give me your suggestions on that. So I'm kind of still toying with what I'm going to do on that. But this is a great way to use your stash up too. So, and then I'm going back through. I went ahead and picked 4 projects. We'll see if I'm still really interested in all of these when I actually get to them. But I want to redo this pattern here, the New Look 6529. I've already made this one time before. I'll pop that picture up here. And I love it. I love it. And now that I have my form over here, she's kind of a little camera shy today. I can get the fit better, I think, around the bust and the waist. And on that one that I made, the sleeves are too long. But now that I have this form, I'll be able, I think, better to measure my arm length to know exactly where I like them to hit on my wrist rather than having to roll that up quite a bit. But that was really supposed to be my muslin, but I ended up loving it so much and getting so many compliments, I just started wearing it. So maybe I should tweak the arm length a little bit better before I go into another one. But I haven't picked out the fabric for this yet. So we'll kind of see. But I love that. I wear it when it gets cool. It's just so comfortable and cozy and easy to wash and wear. So this was an easy pattern too. So I want to kind of work on that as well. And then the last pattern I had bought a couple of years ago, but I think this would be a good fall winter pattern, is the Butterick 6377. And I really want to make this view here, which is a view A. I like the color blocking here, and I just haven't made it yet. And so that is something that I want to do. I love the kind of the tunic, and it's kind of, you know, kind of an off-centered slant there. So I think that would go great with all my leggings that I have, and I could really have some fun with doing some different color blocking, etc. So that's kind of a goal for me as well. And then I need to think about Christmas things if I need to make anything. I talked about maybe doing a tea party for some of the women in my church, but we are doing something different as a staff and staff wives. So they're coming to my home for dessert rather than doing the tea. So I'm still kind of thinking through, do I want to give little gifts to them? You know, embroider gifts, or will I do something different? So that's still in the process of being decided upon. Little life update. We did get the results back from my mom's pathology report, and unfortunately, She does have bladder cancer. It's very aggressive. And so we have to get a stat referral to a cancer hospital here in Florida. And we'll see if she's eligible for surgery or if they recommend, due to her multiple medical issues and her age, if she'll just need to do chemotherapy and radiation or what they decide to do. So that was a little blow. But she took the news really well. I was expecting her to break down. But she said, I don't feel any different. I said, well, that's great. But this could be the reason why you've been nauseous for so long. And so it's just another, medical bump in the road that we have been dealing with for the past 2 years. So we'll just continue and see what happens. She's at peace, which I'm thankful for. So it could have been, could have been picking up the pieces for her at that after the appointment, but so far so good. I'm sure as she processes it, she'll have more questions, and hopefully I'll be able to provide the right answers. So thank you for your thoughts and prayers. Continue those if you don't mind, as we are going through another little journey here with cancer with her. So we'll just see what happens next. So I hope that you're having a fabulous day, and I want to just really thank you. Thank you for clicking on this video. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. It's such an encouragement to me, and I have a lot of fun just sharing what my plans are and what I've been doing in my sewing room. And also, you have been an encouragement to me because it kind of motivates me to keep working on those projects. Because I loved sharing those, kind of like a show and tell, remember those in school? So I really do appreciate you sticking around and being a part of my sewing journey. I hope you have a fabulous day. And until next time, I will pop a video up here for you to watch on other sewing things that I've been doing in the past, in case you haven't watched those. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful day and happy sewing, my friend.